Hello everyone, my name is Peacemaker. Thank you for deciding to chill with me today. We are going to be continuing our playthrough of Library of Ruina. I may have gotten a bit heated in the last episode at the very end because I was getting my ass absolutely kicked by the Brotherhood of Iron. I am determined to beat them. I'm not going to do much. Actually, let me see something right quick. If I go to is it here? No. I'm looking through my stream manager. No. I'm trying to do the discounted subscriptions. I forget where I saw that and where I activated that and everything about where that is located and how to do it. It wasn't a drop. It wasn't emotes. It wasn't in channel points. I thought it was in ads or some sort of monetization. Is it a sponsorship? No. Subscriptions. Subscription discount promotion. We'll go for 8 hours. And start. Okay, so I now have a promo going on for discounted subscriptions. Again, you don't need a subscription in order to view my content. However, the support is greatly appreciated. I am always just happy to have people viewing my content. So that's really all I ask for. I don't ask for you to follow unless you want to follow, but it's not mandatory. However, if you like my content and you don't follow, you're not going to see much more of it unless you just randomly come across me again. To which at that point, I don't know why you wouldn't follow. But I'm not going to spout too much. Let's just go ahead and get on with the not new game, continue. And let me make sure I unmuted myself. Yes, I did. Okay. You seem to be doing your job meekly and well for someone who complains so much. What else did you expect after greeting me in such a violent manner? Heck, I was shocked hard. I found myself in the middle of nowhere and the first person I meet blows off my limbs. I was lost at first, but I get the gist of receiving guests now that I've tried it a few times. Though I still do have a complaint. Complaint? Sheesh, man, again with that stare. Can't say a thing. Just tell me what you mean. I mean, well, it's kinda tough to receive all the guests alone. Guests are arriving one by one I can deal with, but when a whole group enters, the first thing that comes to mind is, how the hell am I supposed to fight all of them? There's gotta be a point where someone is no longer enough, right? It's only working right now because all we've been facing were minor syndicates and stuff. And the whole fuss about heightening emotions. You said I can't just kill the guests right away because of that. What's that odd face hinting at? There is a way, technically speaking, although I'm not certain if it's for the best. You're gonna join in the fights yourself? No, there are entities that could be of help, however. And those entities are the beings that used to wield tremendous strength and power but are now too transient to maintain a physical form, hardly holding on to existence. I don't remember seeing any living being in this library other than you and me. They're asleep inside books where the perfect environment for them is simulated, along with librarians who will be of assistance to you. Librarians? Entities inside books? That's all you need to know about them for now. What matters more is that they can be useful for the library's growth. Alright, let's say that's the case. How are those sleeping entities supposed to help us, exactly? You have to enter their books and free the librarians trapped within. I believe they're under the influence of the abnormality's powers for various reasons. Since they're highly unstable, they won't easily trust us. You're basically saying that they'll take us for invaders. Correct. If you can overcome all ordeals presented by them, they will come to accept you. Instructions still unclear, ma'am. You said they're as mighty as wet paper now. You sure they can give any help? We're not making the abnormalities receive guests for us. If they can be understood and accepted, they will empower the librarians, directly or indirectly. Still too ambiguous, I've got to say. Anyhow, what you're saying is they'll present us with ordeals, basically, and we have to overcome them to earn their recognition and borrow their powers. Entering books. Sounds like something out of a fairy tale. We'll need their power to heighten the emotions of our guests to the peak, after all. I wish you success in there. Sure. Anything you say, ma'am. Will you enter the Book of Bloodbath? Yes. A knife driven by a vaguely aroused will doesn't have what it takes to end a life. Please kick. Please kick? Please click an opposing character. I mean, I'll just attack. Please click on an opposing character. Do I get to do more than one? I did click on it, but oh. Each character and key page has different resistances to the physical and staggered damage dealt by each type of attack. You can deal extra damage by attacking the damage types the opponent is weak to, denoted by fatal and weak. On the contrary, attacking with damage types whose resistance is set to endured or ineffective will cause less damage. Use resistances to your advantage in receptions. Damage resistance, stagger resistance. Okay. By selecting on the character, you can view the list of passive abilities they possess. When you observe a character, you can also check their resistance to various damage types. You're weak to blunt damage and blunt stagger. You're weak to pierce stagger and normal against pierce damage. Slash stagger you endure, slash damage resist you endure. Okay. Can your petty courage leave a deep enough scar? How many more failures must I bear until you're satisfied? Scars are but marks of failure. You won't be any different. I don't want to face any more pain. Ow. Okay. Okay, I staggered him. I still don't think I'm making it out of this, but... yeah. Ow. I need to change my attacks. I have only slashing. I still haven't done any damage to him. Dang it. Can I adjust his stuff before I go into the fight? Yes, okay. Well, I'm getting rid of dodge and strike. This does no damage to him. We'll do charge and cover. Skitter away is fine. We'll get rid of the focus strike. Trade in more dirty blows. Get rid of a light defense, put in a quickness. Okay. See how this does. Do a dirty blow. Oh crap. Great start. He's only defending. And I'm staggered. And now he's going to do 3 hard attacks, right? Yep. He's defending 4 times. Could go for a dirty blow again. Now he's going for the attacks. Skitter away. Staggered him. Or at least landed a hit. Charge and cover. He's only blocking again. We could do a thrust. Another skitter away. Hey. We're getting pretty lucky. He's only defending again. We'll do a charge and cover. And we staggered again. That's great. Let's do another dirty blow. And we did it. Let's go. Breaking their immersion. Clear an abnormality battle. Suppression of bloodbath complete. Floor of Generation Works realization level up. 1 assistant librarian awoken. You now have access to new abnormality pages. The emotion level threshold has increased to level 2. A new assignment has been added. Oh, do I get to choose? Blood. Unbearable depression overwhelms all who look into the bath. Single ally defensive dice gain 1 to 2 power. Receive plus 3 to 5 stagger damage when hit. I don't like that. Scars. When I saw the lattice work of scars on her severed wrist, I was reminded of our wine cabinet. That day I popped the cork off the last one. Single ally. Take 2 to 5 less damage from slash attacks. When hit, reduce the damage of the attack to 0. And a 20% chance. That one's okay. Pale hands. Many hands float in the bath. They are the hands of the people I once loved. Single ally. After 3 successful attacks on the same target, deal 3 to 10 bonus stagger damage. Resets upon attacking a different target. Excludes mass attacks. It's very dependent on if I can hit the person. I like Scar. Oh, I get all of these. Okay. Mirabelle. Give you a skitter away. also going to give you a preparation. Get rid of the dodge and cover, put in a dirty blow. Get rid of a charge and cover, do a Rat's Guide to Survival. Get rid of one of the focus strikes and do gut harvesting. Excuse me one moment. I think that's good. Save current setup. You'll be at 3. And now we should at least have a fighting chance against the Brother of Iron. Rotation. I don't have one of the books again. Do I have a Book of Finn? Yes, okay. We should fare a bit better. You're weak to pierce, normal to slash, and fatal to blunt stagger resist, and blunt damage resist. Fatal slash stagger resist, fatal slash damage resist, normal to pierce, and weak to blunt. They're attacking once, dodging once. They're attacking twice. We'll do a light defense. That moves much better. I don't see a reason why we can't just... And let's do a focus strike. Ooh. Overwritten. Use an abnormality page. And let's gut harvest. Act 1's curtains close on floor of general works. Preparation. Dodge and strike. Do I have 5 spirit now? We've almost got Airy. We've got Harvest Airy. And we'll just focus strike and leave it at that. We got 2 Book of Yun's office. Okay. Already went through that. I'm not going to voice that again. Okay. They're all attacking her. Ow. I think that went about as good as it could have. Two to three, 1 to 1, 3 to 3. No one's going for. Okay, I'm gonna have to take. Staggered, awesome. Oh. After 3 successful attacks on the same target. Fail against staggered. Nice. While he's weak. Preparation. Sweet, we staggered him. I'm just so focused, I'm sorry I'm quiet. Who are you going for? Okay. And you're gonna do a evade and a slash. 1 to 4 and 1 to 2. Just focus strike you while we can. It's 2 down. Block, block, attack. Do a gut harvest and a thrust. Awesome. That was so much easier with 2 people on my team. Curtain call for the reception of Brotherhood of Iron. We got a book of the Brotherhood of Iron. We got 3 books. 4 books of the Brotherhood of Iron. 2 books of Consta. 3 books of Arnold. And 2 books of Mo. It's not a good idea to keep your brain inside a hunk of scrap metal. Isn't it still better than a frail human body, though? There are plenty of ways to enhance your body without replacing it for another. Heck, there's actually many options. Tattoos, prosthetic limbs, medications, and drugs, you name it. It's all possible as long as you have the cash. Replacing your body with a machine, on the other hand, is a one-way ticket you can't ever go back on. Robotic bodies cannot resemble humans too closely, even if it's for someone swapping out their flesh. Your life goes down the drain right away. When does one put their brain in a machine, then? 1. When you urgently need a huge amount of money, you can sell off your old body and organs for a good chunk of cash. 2. When you need to do repetitive work for a long time. I heard mechanical bodies like that aren't bad for that kind of labor. Broken parts can be quickly replaced and desires can be kept under control, so it has its merits. Repetitive work for a long time. What, interested in getting a new body? No, I was just reminded of my past for a moment. This is 3 enemies. Six. You're just running away. You aren't doing anything. Okay. Evade and pierce. Just evade. You're fatal to and weak to blunt damage and stagger resist. You're normal against everything else. And now you're just evading. It's grasping onto that charred matchstick like it's its only hope. Skitter, pierce, just evade. Oh, crap. 20? You do a 15 to 20? How do you roll an 18? Okay, well maybe we can't do that fight yet. Invitations. My whole body's still aching from our last job. That's lasting longer than I thought. Still, yesterday was weird, wasn't it? Yep, the new weapon you got from the bike shop was a killer, that's for sure. Nah, don't say. You got way too excited with it, and things spiraled out of control. We had to kill 20 more people than planned thanks to you. Since it was a mistake on our part, we couldn't even get paid for the extra kills. Come on, don't be such a killjoy. You're the one who went on the biggest rampage in the end. Maka's muscles are all sore because he had to try to calm you down. Well, I said I'm sorry about it. No need to sweat it. I owe you guys a few things too. I hate to admit it, but Tyne's got a point. We all should try to cool down our temper a little. As long as we're working as fixers, it's not good to raise more trouble than necessary. Former member of a killer syndicate now registered to an office and doing fixer work. Life really is full of surprises, isn't it? This office is a weird one, too. Can't believe people like us are accepted. Remember what the boss said. There are so many officers and fixers these days, so standing out from the others is the best way to survive in this industry. Our outfits are quite radical compared to what other officers have. That's why it's filled with maniacs like us. All we gotta do is kill the targets in the most gruesome way possible and hang their bodies out in the open. No wonder everyone's excited to join. It's no different from what we've always been doing. At first, I thought it was crazy that an office would do this kind of work. But I guess threatening targets and sending them as a warning makes enough sense. It seems to be working well too. Though we've only been getting requests from no-name syndicates and poor folk, this office has a long way to go. It does feel more like a pack of rats than a proper office. Got a message from the boss. Says we should drop by to get to new work. Even radicals like these can join offices these days, huh? The whole market's a red ocean. Everyone wants to be a fixer. And that doesn't count for raking yourself over the coals because, listen, I may not look like it, but I used to do hot stuff, you know. But then things happened and I fell to rock bottom. So what did you do for a living? I did all kinds of stuff, really. Doing things within my ability. Is that so? That means you didn't get to do any proper work then. Wow, we really did teleport in the blink of an eye. Is this one of those singularities? Lots of surprises these days. Greetings, dear guests. Hi there. What the? She's pretty damn sturdy. How much did you spend on that bod? There is no need to needlessly exhaust yourself, dear guest. You'll need to rampage with all you have soon enough. I don't like your soft tone. You're not human, are you? Oh, look at her face now. I guess she really isn't. Yet another surprise. It's so rare to meet a sapient being that isn't human in this city. I know, right? We might get a ton of cash out of this. May you find your book in this place. Begin stage play. What are you doing? It's not telling me. Are you not attacking? you're not attacking. Odd. Okay, but you are right, yeah. Ah, they're both staggered, great. But the boss did say that we can't just kill people. Oh, crap. Oh, ow. Yep, you're gonna try to 1 to 6, 2 to 6. Three to 5 slashing and a 1 to 8 dodge. No, part 2, right? Yep. Mirabelle's down for the. Oh, crap. Well. One to 4 blunt, 1 to 6 dodge, 1 to 4 slash, 1 to 4 blunt. Let's try a skitter. One to 4 slash, 1 to 4 blunt dodge, 1 to 6, 1 to 4 slash. Okay. Crap. Let's get her away. Ow. This isn't gonna go well. Okay. Well, what are you doing? 1 to 4 slash, 1 to 4 slash, 1 to 6, and 2 to 6 slash. Okay. Maybe I should have led with Malkuth on the previous fight. That way I would have 2 people for this fight. We can try it next. 35 slash. Okay. Yep. And it's not even worth it. We're gonna have to do this again. And dead. Yep. Let's try again, shall we? Current's closed. Invitation. Already voice to this, there's no reason to do it again. We'll start with Malkuth against these two. That way I have a team of 2 to fight the 3 team. Okay. 1 to 4 slash, and you aren't attacking. Okay. We've landed a hit. 3 to 5 slash and a 1 to 8 retreat and a 2 to 6, 2 to 6. You're going to attack first. Actually, do we both have 4? So I could technically attack first. Three to 6, 3 to 5, 2 to 6, 2 to 4. I have a higher chance. One second, my cat's meowing to get out. Their feeder just went off, so she was wanting to get out to eat some food. Okay. Two to 4, 3 to 5. And I'm staggered. Great. And I'm dead. That was unfortunate. Two to 6, 2 to 6, 1 to 6, 2 to 6. Ow. Filled all my blocks. I do pale hands. What are you doing? 1 to 4, okay. You're going for her, okay. How did I not choose a fight? I don't think I chose a move for her. It's my bad. Okay, but he's staggered. Now I can just focus strike you, hopefully take you out. Go. Now we have a 2 against 1. You're not attacking this turn. Then I'm gonna gut harvest. Okay, we're going into the second fight with at least 2 people. And we keep our health. Hit, dodge, hit, dodge. Can I land one of my dodges, please? Great, what are you going for? You're not attacking, so I don't have to worry about you that much. Son of a... Okay, we got one down. And he's staggered. Dodge, hit, hit. Okay, we at least hit one of our dodges. What are you gonna do? Hit, dodge. One to 8 on dodge, 3 to 5 on the hit. Staggered. Yes, okay, we're gonna win this fight. Let's go. Curtain call for the reception of Hook Office. Hook Office Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Hook Office Volume 1. 1 Book of Naoki. 1, 2, 3 books of Cullen. And 3 books of Tyene. Okay. Great work as always. I could learn more about the offices thanks to these guests. Don't get too bothered by what they said about you, alright? Are you trying to console me? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't really care if you're actually human or not, you see? That's refreshing to hear. It's been quite a while since I heard such words of comfort, even from one person, too. Well, we're in the age of humanity, after all. Age of humanity? What does that mean exactly? Don't stare at me too hard now. I don't know all the details either. At some point, intelligent or sapient beings that weren't human were actively driven out of the city into the outskirts. I'm not too sure why it took place, but the Artificial Intelligence Ethics Amendment was introduced as part of that movement. It was already possible to create machines capable of feeling emotions and desires, actually. Those that are pretty much human, in other words. I guess that was the problem. Thanks to the AI Ethics Amendment, no machines could ever be made to resemble humans, including replacement bodies, though there seems to have been a few exceptions. It's as they said, I'm no human, I'm a machine, an artificial being. To be precise, I was designed using a human as a template, only a fraction of her brain was used in my creation. So it's not even a human brain resting in a robotic body? Not at all, I'm purely a machine. What about that fraction of a human brain you mentioned? It was only an electronic copy of the map of her brain. My body is entirely composed of mechanical components. I had a feeling. And it looks like you've been living under a rock your whole life, seeing how you're oblivious to the workings of the world. You gotta be extra careful then, especially if you're planning to leave here someday. You're a sapient android with emotions and desires. Your existence is most likely a complete violation of the AI Ethics Amendment. The head's scarily good at spotting anomalies like you. Oh, right. In case you don't know, the head is basically a bunch of shady creeps that roll over the entire city, though we probably won't ever get to face them. Anyways, this whole library is a huge risk in the first place. The librarians over here also seem like they're humans, but not really human at the same time. It's just as you say. I was designed to feel emotions, and I spent what felt like an eternity on a stage repeatedly performing a play that never seemed to end. And when I thought it was finally over, turns out it never really ended. I gotta say, whoever created you must have really been something else too. I don't know what motivated them, but breaking the rules designated by the head itself takes more than just guts. No one can escape the head's enforcement. They did all eventually die, but the library will be safe. It has to be safe. It's like a birdcage. No one is free to enter, and no one is free to leave. Again, with that dreamy speech you despise so much. What do you even mean by that? I will leave this place one day, take revenge on all things that made me into what I am, and earn true freedom. I don't care too much either way. That's that, and this is this. Let's see. This guy's Yesod from Floor 2, Patron Librarian of Technological Sciences. Hey there, name's Roland, Angela's servant. I am Yesod, the Patron Librarian of the Floor of the Floor of Technological Sciences. Is it just me, or is this a cold and piercing stare I'm sensing? Feels kinda different from Angela's, I gotta say. What now? Don't tell me, are you one of those types that resort to violence when someone talks crap? Your necktie was loose. Oh. Thanks. Guess you're a nice fellow after all. Tell me, why do you comply with Angela's orders so meekly? Well, mostly because I have no choice but to help her. Now that I think about it, Malkuth didn't seem too fond of Angela either. Is it a trend to dislike her or something? It's obvious that we wouldn't approve of her. Angela, she utterly crushed our hopes at the very last moment. Sounds complicated. Why are you working for her as a librarian then? It was part of the deal. A deal, huh? I guess that deal is also why most of the floors of the library are locked off and librarians there are asleep. Boy, I'm not a fan of convoluted stories, especially if it involves sentimental stuff. Anyway, both you and I are obliged to help Angela now, aren't we? That is true. Let's give it our best shot then. Put her there. What is the meaning of this? A handshake, duh. Never tried it before? You know, the I look forward to working with you kind? Come on, lighten up a little. If we can't avoid it, we might as well enjoy it. I'm supposed to get you books like I do with Malkith, right? Indeed. My role is to collect and sort books about the technological sciences of the city, specifically. Since it's become clear that we are both well aware of our occupations, kindly take your leave now. Fine, fine. I was about to anyway. You can now select the floor of technological sciences during reception. A patron librarian has awoken. A new assignment has been added. Interesting. Do we have any more invitations? Library must reach 5. Okay, I take that as a no for that. What about you? Library must reach 5. So now we're just going to move on to Esad. Nope, library must reach 5. So I have to beat the Scorched Girl then. How am I gonna beat this one person? One to 4 dodge, 3 to 3 pierce, inflict 3 burn on hit. Scorched Girl has 500 health? Dodge, dodge. Dodge and pierce and just dodge. You're weak to blunt damage resist, and stagger damage is fatal. Sorry, stagger resist is fatal. I'm not doing that much damage as I would like to. Dodge and pierce and just dodge. And she's awake. Fantastic. We're dead. Whoopsie daisy. Enter a combat phase without slotting any speed die for all. I mean, it didn't really matter. What if I burn books? What can I get from it? Okay, we got overpower, inflict bleed, recover 1 HP on use, not on hit. Okay. See how these do. Go ahead and get rid of all of these. Track is free. We'll go ahead and do one of those. Gain 1 haste next scene. Fight off, backstreets, preparation. Recover 1 HP on hit. 2 actually get rid of one of those, put one of those in. Do a rampage, a gut harvest, an overpower. Skitter away, a preparation. And a light defense. Let's see how this does. Save current setup. This is Malkith, you're this one. Oh, no, not invitation. We're doing the Book of the Scorch Girl. Dodge and pierce, just evade. Just evade, okay. I don't see a reason as to why we wouldn't do this. Staggered, cool. And now we rampage. Interesting. By taking out one of her matches, we staggered her and got rid of all of her light. This is recover 1 HP on use. Actually, this only restores a light if I have a clash win. Lose 5 HP on use. Okay. Fend this off if you can. I've got to kill him. Just skittering away. Whoa, okay. I didn't have to fight her at all, I just had to get rid of her matches. So, have the books helped? Yep, I'm sorting them all somehow. It seems to be working, thankfully. Whew, that's good to hear. By the way, I think I remember Angela saying something along the lines of you earning a fleshy body the last time we met? Were you, like, not human before? It was like a replacement body, a change that couldn't ever be reverted. So you had a brain transplant surgery, but somehow managed to go back to your old human body here? That's actually pretty impressive. Thanks to the library's powers, I'm guessing. Yeah, I think so. You can't let yourself be held back by common sense in the library, huh? I take it that you don't really like having your body back? You didn't seem too happy back then. Oh no, I actually do like it. It's just that this isn't exactly how I wanted things to go down. What did you do in the past then? Yeah, I wonder. What was I in the past, really? You wouldn't believe it, but this is actually my third try at life. This library and its librarians have a lot of history behind them. Third try? Can you come back from the grave or something? It's the accumulated memories from my two previous bodies that were carried over, to be precise. My past selves, I never really thought about it this way before. A difficult problem you're facing there. How about your present self? I'm an irresponsible person who let down everyone's efforts, and an idiot who tried to reach for something out of my means and ended up causing trouble, I suppose. Whoa, hold your horses. Let's not get too dark here. Let's just calm down for a moment. Take a deep breath and let it out. In and out. Relax now? Yeah, it really helped. Thanks, Roland. I should know better than anyone that it's pointless to get upset over things I can't do anything about. I gotta start with the things I can take care of first. Alright, I'll try hard with my work too. Let's take our time with the problem of past selves. Floor of History realization level up. One assistant librarian awoken. You now have access to new abnormality pages. The emotion level threshold has increased to level 2. A new assignment has been added. Ooh. Ashes, the charred body represents the child's crumbled hope, while the ever-blazing flame represents the obsession for affection. When hit, inflict 1 to 3 burn to the attacker and gain a buff at 40% chance next scene. Offensive dice inflict 1 burn on hit, does not stack. Footfalls, I am coming to you. You, who will be reduced to ash like me. When a librarian's HP is at 20% or lower, deal 30% of the target's max HP as damage, max 36, and inflict 1 to 3 burn upon approaching them, then die. Matchlight. Well, she's like a ticking time bomb. No one can tell if she's in a good mood or not. The first 2 combat pages the librarian uses after this abnormality page's success is selected gain the Matchlight status. Excludes on play. Whenever the librarian uses a page with Matchlight, gain 1 Ember. Pages with Matchlight become stronger based on the amount of Ember. However, they have a 25% chance to damage the user if the Ember is at 4 or higher. So ideally I would want to use Matchlight before I used Footfall and Ashes. Urban Myth. Life and Death. Reach the rank of an urban myth. They do not have the time to think about the terror at the end of the song before the setting of the sun. Any more reports of distortion from the Han Association of Zwei, Section 1? None, sir. They're all observing the situation for now. They did nominate a number of likely suspects, however. So far we have 2 urban plagues, Laundry of Dreams and Yesterday's Promise, and 1 urban legend, the Church of Gears. The investigation hasn't been going too well, is it? Oh, and the library, as a recently appointed urban myth, is also on the list of possible sources. Huh. So even the higher-ups are clueless, seeing as they're throwing out random guesses now. I'm starting to get used to sorting out books now. Tell me, why are you helping me so submissively? What? Remember when you said you'd kill me if I don't cooperate? Because I sure do. And I can't leave here by myself either. Though, you don't appear to be motivated by fear. I've seen quite a lot of people crawl along the floor stricken with fear and terror. Judging from my past observations, I doubt you're helping me simply because you're afraid of dying. What the hell were you doing in the past? To be honest, I have a few things I want to know about this place too. Such as... You said you want to get the one perfect book as you gather books about the city, right? I figured I could run into some fun experiences if I joined you on that journey. I don't have a whole lot to do out there anyway. I'd go back to being a washed-up fixer scraping at the bottom of the barrel again. And there is one thing I've been meaning to figure out more than anything else. I'm hoping I could maybe find an answer here one day if I stick around and help you out. We have a coincidence of interests, I see. Sure, as much as I exploit you, you're free to make use of me. Try to be careful about it, though. A careless attempt could seriously get you killed. Sheesh, you're being way too vicious with words. Just what made you so sharp? You better not pry into my past any further. I already feel like slowly melting your limbs this time. Fine, jeez. I have a question, ma'am. Do you take questions, ma'am? What is it now? Make sure it's an appropriate question. I did warn you already. What's up with the librarians here? They don't really feel like real humans, but they don't seem to be machines or artificial creatures either. Entities called abnormalities and employees, both of which were thoroughly exploited by the facility that once stood upon where we are. They're just like me in that sense. Originated from humans, taken advantage of, and abandoned once grown out of use. I don't know. What you're doing with them now still looks like exploitation. They were broken. They couldn't even sustain a stable form, and their existence was so fragile that they could fade away at any moment. They're barely kept together, as I've bound them to a physical body and a book. All I can do for them now is to find the one book that will free me and the librarians. Are you going to release the librarians? That's the only way for any of us to leave, you know. I used the same kind of power to reconstruct your body. Just remember this. As we collect numerous books from our guests, we will eventually reach the one absolute book that contains everything. Okay. And I feel like that's a good place to stop. We've been going for about an hour and a half now. And that seems like a very good ending point since we ended on a dialogue, quote-unquote, cutscene, for a better sense of words. I hope you did enjoy. If you did enjoy what you saw and you want to see more, you can always hit the follow button. It's free and you'll be notified of whenever I go live. I'm also doing a promotion on discounted subscriptions. It's not necessary for you to subscribe in order to see my content, but the support is greatly appreciated. I also have a Discord. You can message me privately and I'll add you to it. My only stipulation is you have to be over the age of 18. I also have a YouTube where I put all of my past VODs onto playlists. That way anyone who follows me and wants to see something else I've done, or has joined halfway through a play and wants to go to the beginning of said playlist, they can go there. It's at Peacemaker13, capital P EACE, and then the next word is capital MAKER, the numbers 1 and 3. But let me go ahead and see if anyone I follow is live at the moment so we can raid somebody. Let's see. Oh, I also have to remember that I need to go to stream ending. Also, if you follow me, I'll add you to this list of stream ending names. we've somehow gotten to the amazing number of 75. Let's see. Sadly, it doesn't look like anyone that I follow is live at the moment, which is to be expected because it's Sunday, which is why I chose today to stream. That way someone else would have something to watch from their community. So sadly, that means that we'll be ending the stream here without being able to raid anybody, but I do hope to see you again. With that being said, my name is Peacemaker. This has been Library of Ruina, signing off.